What if the world's most iconic superhero family finally got the movie they deserve? Just as the Earth faces total annihilation, this isn't another origin story. This is the Fantastic Four like you've never seen them before. But is it enough? Welcome back to Review, your home for deep cinematic dives and emotional breakdowns of the biggest blockbusters. Today, we're exploring the Fantastic Four, First Steps, the latest chapter in the MCU, and for many, the most hopeful leap in Marvel's Phase 6. Forget everything you remember from the 2005 and 2015 versions. This one hits different. It skips the origin story and drops us right into the heart of the action. But is that a bold move or a missed opportunity? Smash that like button if you're ready for an honest deep dive. Subscribe if you crave cinematic storytelling, and hit that bell so you don't miss a single upload. Now let's break it down. From the very first scenes, the Fantastic Four, First Steps sets the tone. This isn't the story, you know. It's a continuation of one that's already in motion. Director Matt Shakman, known for WandaVision, ditches the typical superhero template. No rocket launches, no lab experiments gone wrong. Instead, we open on a talk show hosted by Ted Gilbert, played by Mark Gatiss, commemorating the 4th anniversary of the team's transformation. Through a powerful montage, we glimpse the past and present of Reed Richards, Pedro Pascal, Sue Storm, Vanessa Kirby, Ben Grimm, Ebon Moss-Bacharach, and Johnny Storm, Joseph Quinn. It's quick but emotional. You feel their weight, their loss, their evolution. Unlike past iterations, these characters are immediately human, not caricatures with flashy powers. You're drawn in not because of what they can do, but who they are. And that's the first step in making this the best Fantastic Four adaptation yet. One of the film's strongest suits? Its atmosphere. The movie unfolds in a richly detailed version of the 1960s, and it's more than just visual flair. The setting is immersive. You can almost smell the ink from vintage newspapers, hear the hum of black and white televisions in shop windows, and feel the cultural shift happening outside Baxter Tower. Every costume, car, and corner of this world screams authenticity. This backdrop isn't just nostalgic, it's narrative. It reinforces how out of time and out of place the Fantastic Four feel, yet how deeply they're tied to humanity's future. This is where the film truly excels. Not in showing powers, but in showing purpose. Past Fantastic Four movies gave us powers that felt more like parlor tricks. Reed's stretches? Goofy. Sue's invisibility? Awkward. Johnny's fire? Showy but shallow. And Ben's thing? A CGI boulder with fists. Not this time. Reed's stretches are subtle, fluid, and real, no awkward elastic limbs. Sue's force fields and invisibility feel majestic, even elegant. Finally shown without degrading tropes. Johnny's flames aren't just fireworks. They're weapons, shields, propulsion. His powers finally have depth. And Ben's thing? He's no longer a joke. There's heart behind the stone, especially in one tender subplot with a schoolteacher, played by Natasha Lyonne, that brings warmth, humor, and authenticity. Visual effects don't just support the action, they elevate the emotion. The powers feel earned, and for the first time, they feel cool. The core conflict is as cosmic as they come. Galactus, a planetary force of destruction, is coming, and he's sending a warning. The Silver Surfer, portrayed hauntingly by Julia Garner. Meanwhile, Sue and Reed discover they're expecting a child, but they have no time to breathe because Earth is now on the brink. The plot mirrors the comics with admirable fidelity. But here's where the film stumbles. You can feel it stretch not from tension but from structure. The stakes are high, but the pacing? Uneven. Galactus is terrifying, but we never learn enough about him, his motives, his past, his pain. And with Reed and Sue's unborn child teased as the future of the MCU, the story holds back just enough to make us ask, why not more? It's compelling, but frustrating. Here's the emotional core of the movie. The cast. Pedro Pascal delivers yet another magnetic performance. His Reed Richards is the leader you want to follow, charismatic, brilliant, and haunted by the weight of leadership. Ebon Moss-Bacharach makes Ben Grimm feel more alive than ever, even under layers of CGI. His gruffness hides a tender soul, and every line he delivers is laced with warmth. But the MVP, Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm, even in the most outrageous scenes, she grounds the film. You believe her pain, her strength, her love. Sue isn't just the invisible woman, she's the heart of the team, and Kirby's performance may well be the emotional spine of Phase 6. And then there's Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm. His performance? Charming, clever, a definite step up from Chris Evans' frat boy antics in the 2000s. But sadly, he's underused. We never fully see Johnny's arc. He's there, cracking jokes, lighting things up, but he feels like the sidekick instead of the fourth pillar. Have you ever felt overlooked in your own story? Because that's exactly what Johnny feels like here. There's a phrase that defines the final act. To be continued. While this movie is a significant improvement over recent MCU stumbles, the second half becomes a prologue for Avengers. Doomsday. The stakes rise, yes, but resolution is withheld. This classic MCU, tease, build, hold. For longtime fans, it's familiar, even exciting. But for newcomers or casual viewers, it might feel like emotional blue balls. You want catharsis, you get a countdown. The biggest questions, Galactus' full purpose, the child's role in the future, are deferred. Again, this isn't necessarily bad. It's the price of interconnected storytelling. But it leaves a taste of unfulfilled promise. With Phase 6 finally underway, this film feels like a torchbearer. Despite the gaps, the Fantastic Four, First Steps delivers in areas where Marvel had lost its footing. Emotional resonance, visual immersion, and strong performances. Compared to the CGI-saturated chaos of recent entries, this feels personal, focused, and meaningful. We don't just watch heroes. We feel them. And in an era where superhero fatigue is real, this film reminds us why these stories still matter. Because at its core, this isn't about powers. It's about people facing the impossible and choosing to stand together anyway.